Netflix has officially won the bidding war for Warner Bros. So I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know and why it's not a good thing. First and foremost, if you've not been aware, for the past year or so, there has been a bidding war to obtain Warner Bros. By a bunch of different companies, and it just came out that Netflix has won this bidding war for about $82.7 billion. One of the biggest reasons why this is a huge deal, if this deal actually goes through, is the fact that Netflix will now own all of the IPs that Warner Brothers owns. So, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, all of the animated stuff that they have, like The Mask, Ben 10, they have Harry Potter, they have the entire DCU now. It is astronomical. One of the big things that I think a lot of people are kind of overlooking is the fact that Warner Brothers owns New Line Cinema, and New Line Cinema owns Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. So if Netflix gets Warner Bros., they now own everything Warner Bros. Has, including New Line Cinema. So Netflix has now the IP of Friday the 13th and Nightmare on Elm Street. So stuff like that, I just think is such a big deal. And please feel free to pause. This is everything that Warner Bros. Owns. It's a huge list of awesome projects. And here is the rest of that list. Yes, that was not the whole list. This is the rest of the list. And it's so astronomically huge of how Netflix obtained this many IPs. Now, the number one reason why this is like not a good thing is the fact that the co-CEO of Netflix, Ted Sarandos, has stood on business constantly over the last couple of years saying that he wants to basically kill movie theaters as a whole. He is such a believer that people want to watch movies at home and not in theaters. So that's one of the main mission statements that he's trying to push forward on Netflix and everything that Netflix owns. And in this case, it's going to be Warner Bros. So all of the Warner Brothers productions and movies that come out, it's fearful that they won't be getting theatrical releases, or at least not to the extent that they are now. And the most recent thing that Ted Sarandos has said is, my pushback has been mostly in the fact of the long exclusive windows, which we don't really think are that consumer friendly. As in, like when a movie comes out in theaters, it's in theaters for about 4 to 6 weeks. He wants to push it back to like 2 to 3 weeks, or maybe even less than that. Now, is it possible that this is not a bad thing? Yes, it's very possible. But based off of what Netflix has already said in their trajectory on how they make their content, this could be the death of cinema, or at least the beginning stages of it. This is a slippery slope as to them not wanting to do theatrical releases, or at least shortening them. It's a very slippery slope. And as always, stay true to yourself, and I'll catch you guys later.